Alright, what it is, people, it's your boy Yu-Gi-Oh! We are back with another deck profile. This time we have a top 16 YCS Orlando Sky Striker Tenpai Dragon deck profile. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. We are on the grind to 10K subscribers. Let's get there. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Let's get into the deck profile. So for the deck profile, we have a 40 card main deck count. For the start of the deck profile, we play 2 Tenpai Dragon Hydra. If this card is normal special summon, you can add to your hand or set one singing spell/trap from your deck. You're going to use this effect, the Tenpai Dragon, once per turn. You take no battle damage from battles involving Fire Dragon monsters. Once per turn during the battle phase, you could quick effect immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon using this card you control. So we play 2 of those, 1 Tenpai Dragon Chandra. Once per turn during the battle phase, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolve, synchro summon using this card you control. You can only use each of the following effects of Tenpai Dragon Chandra once per turn. If you control a Fire Dragon, you can special summon this card from your hand. At the start of the damage step, if a monster battles, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower Fire Dragon from your deck, except Tenpai Dragon Chandra. So we play 3 Tenpai Dragon Genroku. If this card is added to your hand, except by drawing it, you can special summon this card as a tuner. Then you can increase its level by 1. Quick effect. You contribute this card, special summon 1 Tenpai Dragon monster from your deck, except Tenpai Dragon Genroku. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except Dragon monsters. You can only use each effect of Tenpai Dragon Genroku once per turn. Then we play 1 Tenpai Dragon Hydra. If this card is normal or special summon, or at the start of the damage step, if a monster battles, you can target 1 level 4 lower Fire Dragon monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can only use this effect, the Tenpai Dragon Hydra, once per turn. Your Fire Dragon monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Once per turn during the battle phase, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon using this card you control. Then we play 1 Singing Summoning. During your main phase, 1 Fire Dragon monster you control are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. During your main phase, you can add 1 Tenpai Dragon monster from your deck to your hand, then discard 1 card. You can only use this effect, the Singing Summoning, once per turn. If this card is destroyed during the battle phase, you can target 1 Dragon Synchro monster you control, double its attacks. 1 Singing Kaiman. Apply one of these effects, or if you activated this effect during the battle phase, you can apply any of them in sequence. Add 1 level 4 lower Fire Dragon monster from your deck to your hand, special summon 1 Fire Dragon monster from your hand. You can only activate 1 Singing Kaiman per turn. 1 Terraforming, add 1 field spell from your deck to your hand. 3 Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. If you control no monsters in your main monster zone, add 1 Sky Striker card from your deck to your hand, except Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. Then if you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard, you can draw 1 card. Then we play 1 Sky Striker Mecha Hornet Drones. If you control no monsters in your main monster zone, special summon 1 Sky Striker Ace token. Warrior/Dark level 1 in defense position, which cannot be tributed, and if you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard, when this effect resolves, the token attack becomes 1500 instead. 2 Sky Striker Mecha Widow Anchor. If you control no monsters in the main monster zone, target 1 face-up effect monster on the field, negate that face-up monster's effects until the end of this turn. Then if you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard, you can take control of that monster until the end phase. 1 Sky Striker Maneuver Afterburners. If you control no monster in your main monster zone, target 1 face-up card on the field, destroy it. Then if you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard, you can destroy 1 spell and trap on the field. 3 Ultimate Slayer. Your opponent can activate monster effects in response to this card's activation. Send 1 monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, then target 1 monster your opponent controls with the same card type: Fusion, Synchro, XE, Pendulum, or Link, shuffling into the deck. So play 3 of those. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, destroy all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. 2 Lightning Storms. 3 Book of Eclipse. Change all face-up monsters on the field to face-down defense position. During the end phase of this turn, change as many face-down defense position monsters your opponent control as possible to face-up defense. Then your opponent draws cards equal to the number of monsters change face-up by this card effect. So 3 Metatronus. Target 1 face-up non-token monster your opponent controls. Special summon 1 monster from your hand, deck, or extra deck that has 2 or more of the same type, attribute, and/or attack, but negate its effects. And if you do, negate the targeted monster's effects. Also, after that, if these cards have the same name, you can banish both face down. Your opponent can activate the card's targeted monster's effects in response to this card's activation. You're going to activate 1 Metatronus per turn. 3 Upstart Goblin. Draw 1 card, then your opponent gains 1000 life points. 2 Triple Tactic Thrust. If your opponent has activated a monster effect during this turn, set 1 normal spell/trap directly from your deck, except Triple Tactic Thrust. Or if your opponent controls a monster, you can add it to your hand instead. That set card cannot be activated this turn. You can only activate 1 Triple Tactic Thrust per turn. 3 triple attack talents. If your opponent has activated a monster effect during your main phase this turn, activate one of these effects. Draw 2 cards. Take control of one monster your opponent control into the end phase. Look at your opponent's hand and choose 1 card from it, shuffle it into the deck. You can only activate 1 triple attack talent per turn, so play 3 of those. 1 sales band. Declare 1 card name. For the rest of the turn, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects of cards with the same original name as the declared card. The same restrictions apply to you, but for the rest of this duel, instead of just the turn, you can only activate 1 sales band per turn. 1 chicken yang, crazy, and 1 call by the grave. Target one monster your opponent's graveyard, banish it, and if you do until the end of the next turn, if its effects are negated, as well as activated effects and effects on the field of the monsters with the same original name. So for the extra deck, we play 1 Tenpai Transcendent Dragon. All monsters your opponent control must attack if able. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects during the battle phase. If this card is synchro summon, you can change all monsters on the field to attack position. If 3 or more monsters have been declared this turn, quick effect, you can special summon this card from the graveyard, then you can destroy 1 card in the field. You can only use this effect, the Tenpai Transcendent Dragon, once per turn. 2 Tenpai Bident Dragon. If this card is synchro summon, you can target 1 fire dragon monster in your graveyard, special summon. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except dragon monsters. If 3 or more attacks have been declared this turn, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. Then you can destroy 1 spell / trap on the field. You can only use this effect, the Singing Bident Dragon, once per duel. 1 Trident Dragon. Must be synchro summon and cannot special summon by other ways. When this card is synchro summon, you can target up to 2 other cards you control, destroy those targets, and if you do, for each destroyed card, this card gains 1 additional attack during the battle phase. 1 Hieratic Seal, Heavenly Spears. Once per turn, if this card is in the extra monster zone, quick effect, you can tribute 1 monster from your hand to field. Return 1 face-up card in the field to the hand. If this card is tributed, special summon 1 dragon monster from your hand or deck, but it makes its attack 0. Attack / defense 0. You can only use this effect once per turn. 1 Striker Dragon. 1 Striker Ace Kagari. 1 Sky Striker Ace Shizuku. 1 Tribegate Arms. 1 Promethean Princess, Bestower of Flames. 1 Hida the Fire Charmer. 1 Phoenixman Desiree. 1 Garura Wings of the Resonance. 1 Mirror Logic Aggregator, and 1 Rise Your Deck. Then pretty good extra deck for the Tenpai Dragon. 3 Artifact Lancia, 3 Chaos Hunter, 3 Drolling Lockbird, 3 Book of Moon, and 3 Dominus Impulse to end the deck profile. So this is the top 16 Sky Striker Tenpai Dragon deck profile from YCS Orlando. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. This is your boy YUGIOH. We're out.